On this week's Fashion Forward, we're talking about swimwear. Now, this past week has been brutal, really, for everyone. You're either hanging out at the beach, relaxing by the pool, or inside the AC. But the most important thing, if you are outside, is that you feel comfortable. So this week, we're talking about inclusive swimwear. Joining me right now, of course, stylist and author Heather Newberger. Hey, Heather.
Hey, how's it going, Natalie?
Great to see you. We've been talking about this in the past. We've talked about bathing suits, of course, but now we're taking a little bit of a different perspective. How are you approaching it this time?
So one of the things I've really been getting into this year is this concept of life wear. I think Esther Manas did such a great job, and we sort of talked about this a couple weeks ago, where the idea of creating dresses that expand and contract however your body decides to move. So one of the things I wanted to do while preparing for this segment was making sure that we're looking at brands that really focus in that space and offer opportunities to wear swimsuits regardless of what size you are, and that you can wear them over a long period of time, so you don't need to buy a new suit every year.
Which I love, because buying a new suit every year is just another cycle of it being nerve-wracking of which one you're going to get and how much money you're going to spend. So what are some examples of these suits and brands that are actually embracing this practice?
So one of the things I want to start by saying is that not any of the suits I'm showing you today are over $150. I think that's really important because swim can get so expensive so fast. So first, I wanted to start with something from Girlfriend Collective, because they are a brand that I think is only gaining in more prominence and are really offering so many different sizes for swimwear, from itty bitty to however large you can possibly get. And I think what's so great about a suit like this is that it plays with the tie waist. And so what you're looking at, it's called the Provence Isla wrap, one tie, one piece. What I like is that you can keep that tie either as cinched as you want or as open as you want, regardless of how your waist feels and what's just comfortable for you. Then I wanted to move on to another brand, which is Summersault. And I think Summersault has really taken this concept of lifewear and run with it. Summersault really focuses on creating wrap bathing suits that really can be tied and retied, again, however your body expands, contracts, whatever. They are a suit that you can wear over years and years and years. So again, this is an investment piece, and I think it's really, really great. But second to last, I want to go into, we're talking about Good American. You know, Good American is a brand that I have a lot of feelings about. I think we all do, considering it's so closely tied to the Kardashians. But I also really love the way that this suit plays with ribbing. I think ribbing, especially when we're talking about all different kinds of bodies, is such a great way to really create structure, but also talk about the intentionality of how the fabric really engages with your frame. So again, you know, because it's stretchy, it does expand and contract, but it also doesn't necessarily, create sort of weird folds, because everything really feels intentional when you're working with a ribbed bathing suit. Lastly, I want to talk about Eloquii, which is a brand that has been around for a while and has always been really focused on inclusion. That said, their bathing suits now are looking very cool. It's really interesting to always go back and look at plus size retailers, because I think oftentimes they can sort of come out with great POVs, but not necessarily follow it up with the clothing that they're sharing. But Eloquii is not doing that. They are taking everything up to the next level. And I would say this suit looks like something that is way more expensive than what is listed on the website, which I want to say is somewhere around $80. They're also moving into the Rent the Runway space, which I think is super cool, offering the opportunity to anyone who wants to, create a subscription plan, which again is another sustainable practice.
All right. Thank you, Heather. One good thing to remember, just buy it and then go enjoy yourself. Don't think too hard about the bathing suit situation. Make sure you guys follow Heather on Instagram. That's going to be @Heather Newberger. And then go pick up her book as well, How to Date Your Wardrobe.